It's back to school time here, and all these classroom setup videos made me want to do a quick one. Here is how my classroom looked to start with. Thankfully, we can keep a lot of things on the walls, so I just had to cover some bulletin boards to keep them from fading. I do want to do some changes this year, though. Let's get going. I'm doing a similar setup to last year, but always tweak and change things a little. I love having my small group table right by my desk for easy small group planning. I also love to do table groups, which allows more space around the room. I haven't yet met a group of kids that couldn't handle them. I had some summer school in my classroom, so I had to cover things up more than usual. We are getting a new math curriculum this year, Bridges. It's a lot of stuff, and I've heard it's a lot to prep, so I'm dreading it a little bit. I knew our last curriculum so well, and it was so easy to teach, so this is going to be a hard change. I've decided to do a focus wall this year, as I'm really trying to implement the science of reading into my classroom without actually having science of reading curriculum. I'm creating and using lots of various resources, but I want to focus heavily on knowledge and vocabulary. So above where it says reading, we'll have a comprehension skill to focus on for the week, along with daily phonics skills. We do use foundations, but I love Orton Gillingham, and I also plan to build in some U-Fly in there too. I got that manual and I'm looking through that. We'll also have a grammar focus that I'm going to try to teach, but then also practice within our reading and writing that week. Vocabulary is going to be a big focus this year, and I plan to have like a prefix or suffix of the week, a homophone, a synonym, antonym, academic vocabulary, along with vocabulary from a weekly read aloud. I know it's a lot, but I'm trying to tie everything together and make it kind of work together. Writing will be related to reading and science and social studies, learning as much as possible. Math is going to be Bridges, and that will be all new to me. But I'm just going to work on surviving math this year. But I'm hoping that having this front and center will keep me focused and reminding the kids on how all of the little parts that we're learning fit together and try to really relate them to the various subjects. I also have the task of creating a number corner for our Bridges curriculum. Hot glue gun on cement walls is the only way to go. I see the fancy cordless glue guns, but I still have the old-fashioned corded one, but having it connected to an extension cord saves me so much. I'm redoing my library setup a little bit. All my books have typically always been in bins, but I'm going to get rid of one of my bookshelves and try to make more space in the class that way, and then take all of my chapter books out of the buckets and then put them on the shelf in alphabetical order according to the author. I'm keeping the buckets for all the picture books. They're sorted by author or topic with colored numbers on the back to help the kids put them back in the right bin. I've put colored labels on the spines of all these chapter books by author's last name, and I'm ready to put that shelf together. think it looks pretty. Let's hope it can stay that way. I ended up not having enough room on this main shelf, so I moved some to this other shelf. I'm hoping second graders will be able to find and put away books with the system. And I hope that these labels stay on. We will see. So it's been a little bit of time, and I've had a few days here and there where I've been able to kind of finish things up. So I'm going to do a quick tour of the classroom and show you everything that I did to be all ready for back to school time. I love having that little wreath on the door, and those frames will soon have pictures of all the kids. Then you can see my Super Improver setup on one of the closet doors. That is part of whole brain teaching, where kids are encouraged to improve and grow all year long. It's all just positive focused. Then there's a little affirmation station and our weekly star area where the kids will share a poster and their favorites, one kid per week. Then this chalkboard calendar still needs to be done, but I usually put on their specialist for each day and any special events. These are their book bins. Then we have the pencil sharpener area and attendance and lunch sticks. I've got a big easel here with foundation stuff and other teaching materials. It can be easily, switched back and forth. And you saw the focus wall. I love using that rain stick as a way to get the kids' attention after doing turn and talk with a partner. The smartboard is critical as I have my whole day on slides. And then we have my desk area and also the board where I hang their hopes and dreams. That is part of Responsive Classroom. Then all my teaching materials for lessons, small groups, and other resources. It's always a challenge trying to keep it all organized. The Bravo board will have student work, and then I have the students' foundation bags with their magnet boards stored here. It's year 3 of foundations, and those bags are still holding up. Then we have the library again, which you've seen. Also, this is a little writing center with fun pens, booklets, and envelopes. And then we have some games and STEM bins. I changed this bulletin board as I want to keep track of the various vocabulary that we've learned and make sure to revisit and review it often. I'm not sure I love this setup, but I'll use it until I have a better idea. And this is the word wall for our heart words. Then this is our schedule and a little desk where kids can stand and work at, along with some flexible seating. Anytime it's independent work time, the kids get to work at their desk or around the room. I am pretty finished with this math area. I relabeled the bins for Bridges curriculum, and then I put the first few workplaces in these little bags. However, I think I might move them into like the little plastic drawers and instead store them in the bags once they're done so that they're easy to grab the next year. And then I have our number corner up all ready for September, and it was a lot of work, and now I get to do it all over again at the beginning of October. Then we have birthdays on the ice cream cones. It's something I got up TPT, and our iPad cart. Then we have the sink, and then our cupboard storage. That's all we have, but at least we have some. And then the kids' mailboxes, some foundation posters, and some other random stuff. So that is my second grade classroom. I try to keep it bright and happy, but also clean and simplified as much as possible so it's not too overwhelming. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. We start school this week, so I'm actually a little envious of all of you who have already been going and you already have all your routines established, because that's always so much work right at the beginning of the year. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful.